Start your day with the word in hand. A mighty journey through God's grand plan. From Genesis to what's ahead, let His truth be daily bread. Rise and shine, it's a brand new start. The Bible's wisdom, it fills your heart. A mighty moment, every line. Start the day and make it shine.
Welcome to Mighty Moment, where it only takes a moment to have a mighty encounter with God. Our speaker, Dr. Bobby J. Bowles, is guiding us on a transformative exploration of the Scriptures from Genesis to Revelation. As he brings to life the incredible and fascinating stories of the Bible, we pray that you are encouraged and spiritually strengthened. So, let's turn our hearts and minds to the Word as we prepare for today's journey of discovery. Here's Dr. Bobby with today's Mighty Moment.
Hello, friends. This episode of Mighty Moment concludes a series entitled The Languages of Love, in which we've covered 6 sermons that I preached recently to a live audience. Today's episode is the 4th and final of 4 parts, presenting the final sermon in the series, entitled Languages of Love, the Big Two, which is based on the book Love and Respect by Dr. Emerson Eggerichs. So we'll conclude the sermon now.
All right, we got some acronyms. I promised Tina would do some acronyms. I know you like those, yeah. So the guy that wrote this book came up with these acronyms. To be honest, I think he was stretching it a bit to come up with the acronym, but we're gonna go through it as he gave it. So, men, think of this. The word couple, C-O-U-P-L-E. This is what men need to understand about women. Women want closeness, which is very ironic because when you belittle your man, what does he want to do? He wants to separate. The O in couple is for openness, open dialogue. Interaction. Don't shut down. Men, that's what we do. I'm just going to stop talking. I'm out. I'm checked out. Understanding. Seek to understand her. Pay attention to her physical and verbal clues that she's giving you. She will appreciate you seeking to understand, even if you don't understand. Peacemaking. It is okay to say, I'm sorry. The power of saying, I'm sorry, and you actually mean it, is incredible in healing relationships. Loyalty. She wants to know, are you committed to the relationship? Are you loyal to her? You've already said you're sorry, but now what about the future? Are you committed for the long term? Those vows that we take at weddings are until death. And you're not supposed to kill each other to get out of the vow. It's very important that we understand, but we need to hear it. Just like I need to tell my wife I love her every day, not just once in a while. But don't forget the commitment. A woman needs to hear you're committed to her and to the relationship, and you're not going anywhere. You're with it for the long term. A woman has identified her being with you. Don't lower her self-esteem. When you lower your woman's self-esteem, you are lowering yourself because you are one. Uplift and encourage. All right. You ready, women? This is for you. All right. Like I said, I think he kind of reached on the acronym here, CHAIRS. What does CHAIRS have to do with anything? But couple was the first one. CHAIRS. Again, some of these words kind of are reaching, but I know what they mean. The first one is conquest. All right, this is not a joke. Men want to be the providers. Men want to know that they can take care of their household and their family. You want to break your relationship? You start demeaning the man's ability to provide. If you really want to break the relationship, tell him that you provide for the family and he doesn't. Hierarchy. See, women are laughing, but the men are connecting because this is serious. You do this to your man, you're killing your relationship. Hierarchy. I know that we are one, but God did put man in a special place in that relationship. When you do not respect him in that way, there are challenges in the home. So there's hierarchy. Authority. I see this most often in parenting. You might have differences of opinion with parenting, but don't ever bring them up in front of the child. And don't disrespect your husband by going against something that's already been established. Insight. Again, this sounds like a joke, but I promise you, it's going somewhere. Ladies, sometimes you don't want to hear a man's opinion, but he really needs to give it. He wants to give his wisdom. He wants to give his insight into the situation. When you cut him short, when you cut him off, what you're saying is, I got this, I don't need you. You're not valuable in this situation. Relationship. I know it sounds strange, but men want a friend. They want a friend. That's why the most incredible kind of woman you could ever marry, guys, is a woman, yeah, cooking is great and everything, but that likes football. But understand, they want that playful banter. They want an actual buddy. But no one wants to hang around a judge or a critic. And sexuality, I don't think I need to go into that, how important it is to the marriage, but we are wired differently. The Bible even has verses about not withholding that in a relationship. That's how important it is. 4 ways you might be disrespecting your man. I don't see any pens out at all. I'm a little worried. You gonna slip her a note later? Okay. Treat your man like a baby. Now that's ironic because men want to be mothered, but they do not want to be treated like a baby. I got you right there. I see you. Men don't want to be spoken for. Don't interrupt them. Let them speak. Don't speak for them in a conversation. We talked about corrective parenting already. So to both parents, that might make an impact, but it will really harm the integrity of the respect of the husband if you correct him in his parenting. Obviously, we're not talking about doing anything egregious. And don't undermine decisions. It would be better for you to look your man in the face and say, I'm not going to be able to do that, than to say it's kind of nod and then later on do the other thing. That man is not going to be a happy man. And he will again shut down. And the way to fix it, he's not going to say, oh, let's go to counseling. A man's way to fix it is shutting down and leaving. So keep engaged. I know this is big stuff, but it's really important stuff. Really important stuff. The big 2, loving God and loving others with love and respect. Women receive that love, and men need to receive that respect. Again, 1 John 4, 7 and 8. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love.
Hello again, friends. As we've now concluded this series, Languages of Love, I thought it appropriate to briefly summarize the series as a whole to recap what we've learned. We've been seeking to understand how people give and receive love. Knowing your partner's love language is crucial for deeper relationships to ensure your love is given and received successfully and effectively. The first 5 sermons in the series were loosely based on the concept of the 5 love languages as developed by Dr. Harry Chapman. Each sermon covered one of the love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. With the love language of words of affirmation, we learned expressing love through words is about giving sincere compliments, encouragement, and verbal appreciation. It's not about flattery, but rather about speaking uplifting words so they feel especially valued, hearing positive, specific praise, or gratitude spoken aloud. The love language of acts of service, we learn to show love through thoughtful actions, like helping out, doing chores, or making life easier for someone. For people who speak this love language, actions truly do speak louder than words, and selflessly serving someone communicates care in deep, practical ways. The love language of receiving gifts, we learn giving a meaningful gift is tangible evidence of thoughtfulness and affection. For those whose love language is receiving gifts, it's less about the price and more about the sentiment behind each token, which serves as a visual reminder they are cherished. The thought counts most. The love language of quality time, we learn spending intentional, focused time with loved ones is how those with this language best experience love. This means undistracted attention, sharing activities, and truly listening to build deeper connection. Setting aside distractions and being present with each other speaks volumes. The love language of physical touch, we learned, is about communicating love through appropriate, caring physical contact, such as hugs, holding hands, pats on the back, or a gentle touch on the arm. These gestures provide comfort, reassurance, and intimacy and help them feel safe, accepted, and adored. This love language is less about sexual contact and more about conveying to the other person an appropriate physical connection. The final sermon in our series, The Big Two, we completed today and was based on the concept of love and respect. This biblical premise is based on Ephesians 5:33, where we learn that women primarily need to feel loved, while men need to feel respected. Neglecting either leads to a cycle of hurt and disconnection. Love and respect are at the heart of all healthy relationships. Furthermore, the Scriptures instruct us to love God first and then others as ourselves. Friends, that's all the time we have for this episode of Mighty Moment. I hope you've enjoyed this series, The Languages of Love, and that you find these relationship principles helpful in your own life. I pray you have a mighty moment with God today. Be blessed.
From all of us here at Mighty Moment, we appreciate you joining us today. We pray that the message has blessed and encouraged you. We are grateful for supportive listeners like you who make this program possible. Your prayers and contributions help Mighty Moment stay on the air. We can be reached at 877-DR-BOBBY. That's 877-372-6229. Or visit us online at www.mightymoment.com. Thanks again for listening. Until next time, may God bless you.
It's a brand new start. The Bible's wisdom, it fills your heart. A mighty moment in every line.